Okie dokie. We have 11 by 15-inch watercolor paper. I do believe it's double coated. No, it might be a single coat this time. Single layer. So I think it's single layer this time. I'll wait for a few to come on in. As I'm waiting, I'll get this tablet started here. See if it wants to act right today. Hello, Johnny. How are you? I see that my graphics don't come on the screen on my webcaster. It might come up on, it might show up on the tablet. So, hope you're having a pretty good evening. I'm still trying to get my page to come up here. Hello, Marilyn. Hey, Kathy. I'm trying to yep, my page come up. I'm trying to get you guys live chat here. Yep, there we go. Hey, okay, you got your paintings. Great. Sweet. I still got a few here in packaged and ready to go, but nobody, but I'll talk to you about it later. Hey, Travel, how are you? Awesome, Kathy. Well, what we're going to do here is probably brighten up the situation a little bit. Looks a little rough on my TV anyway. On the monitor, it looks pretty good. But you know, each person got their own settings. But all cameras love light. So, all right. You ever get one of those days where you did like a whole bunch of nothing because you're caught up on everything and you don't even feel like surfing the internet? Then you end up going to sleep, wasting away hours. Don't know if it's a total waste, but you know. All right, we'll do some kind of ocean scene of some sort. I won't rush through this one. I'll take my time. We'll chat. How's that? I'm getting give me a brush that I guess I'll use my old standby. This is my old standby. I beat this to death. So let me get I coated this with craft paint. It's just a very small touch of blue and a whole lot of craft paint white, and I just coated the whole thing and let it dry. But this was hours and hours ago. Okay, recharge your days. I don't have the other camera on. I can put it on, but I rather do it this way because you see actually the full size instead of it being compacted when I put the other camera on. So, and the other camera only had my face, and that's not important. All right, very thin layer of glycerin here. Glycerin just keeps the paint pliable, keeps it wet longer, so you can blend it and all of that. A very little bit would do you. Very, very little. Very little. So, yeah, that's what you see. I'm just really putting it into the paper. Yeah, I think this is only single coated paper. I didn't glue this one because I was going to do something much earlier, but then I decided to sleep instead, I guess. All right, very thin coat there. It's extremely warm in this room. It's like 90 degrees. All right, that should be about it for that. All right, down below here, I'll go from here. Dioxazine purple, phthalo blue, burnt umber, cad yellow, titanium white. That should be all we should need, more or less, here and there ish. Okay, I'll still take the big brush here because I want to do a little something. This, I'm gonna try it out anyway. I'll drag out the yellow. Yellow, as you can see, is very, 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 it's transparent. I put the titanium white in there to thicken it up a tad because it definitely needs it. And right down here on the bottom, I'll just do it this way. Okay. All right, I'll touch it up with a little more titanium white. Everything's still white, it still blends, or everything's still wet, it will still blend. And I'll just keep adding more and more until I get it to where I would like it to be. And it's just brightening up the yellow and making it a lot more opaque than what it is. It covers up that blue. But as you can see, even though it's got the light blue, it's not really turning green or anything like that. Nothing crazy. I think that's good right about there. Should be all right. Anytime purple's involved, you smile. Well, I don't know how much smiling you'll do on this painting. The purple's going to be in there, but not in the way you think. Or that you might be thinking. The last painting I did that had a lot of, well, no, not second to the last. I did something with a lot of pastel colors. I think I did an ocean and some really pastel-y colors for clouds and stuff that seem to have gathered quite a bit of attention and all of that good stuff. I don't think I'll need particularly this type of brush. I might go a little smaller. Let's see here. Matter of fact, let's play with this brush. It's a long-handled brush. It's been through its wars. It's a size 16. Believe it or not, it's actually a bright brush, but I've beat this thing half to death. Because you see it's curved in on one side. That's the side I use a lot. Won't matter as of now, but we'll I'll start to gather what I want to do here. I'm just thinking how I'm going to place all of it. Okay. I guess we'll start off with the purple. We'll bring the purple. We'll drag that purple down here. All right. And you notice I'm not using the Stay Wet palette. This is a glass palette. Glass palette. So I got the umber and the purple here going. All right. Get a little more umber there. Just like that. I'm going to throw in just a little bit of that dark blue in there. So I got purple, the umber. That blue is very strong. Going into my brown here. I'm going to get a little glycerin because some of the glycerin, believe it or not, is actually drying on the paper itself. It soaks through. All right, we'll try this and see where we go with this. I know where I want to go, which is somewhere up around in this area. Well, something like that. When we come here, though, go right across this. But from here, it's all good. This gets blocked in. All that gets blocked in. We're gonna do a lot of playing around in this area, so I'm gonna just take some of this color, wipe it right off the brush here. We'll block all that in. This is the block-in stage. But we're gonna have some stuff going on in here that I want to try to block it in at least with this color as much as I can, and we'll build on top of that. Like I said, I'm not gonna really rush this one. If you stick around, awesome. If not, I understand. Okay, let's put that in here. I got a bucket over there that so I can soak the paint in there. Is it the New Wave glass palette? Good question. It may be. I'll check for you though. Right in here, going into that yellow, I can kind of fade that out a little bit. I'm just using a makeup brush. Now, because of the glycerin, I can do what you're seeing me do now, which is wearing away that edge a little bit. Okay. Just softening that edge just a tad. Just like that. I can wear it right into that yellow. Just like that. Just like that. Have it come down a little bit. Because I wanted to travel down with a little more. Really wear it down. Just wear it down in there like so. All right. Okay. Let's see. What type of palette is this? It's interesting. Let's move it, turn it upside down and see. Now, as you can see, I got thick paint, so I can do this. And yes, it is. There you go. New Wave. All right. I wonder, would that work for you guys if I'd have done it this way? I'm just curious to know. We'll see. Let me know, guys. Since you guys seen it, let me know. Would that would have worked for you if I put the glass palette up there? Yes, I do have tape strong enough to hold it, but I was just wondering. Okay, since we got that established, let's dip into my hot chocolate. Yes, I have hot chocolate, no coffee this time. All right. Travel Dreamer, the palette on the side like that over there, that would have worked. Sometimes I get in those modes of really redesigning the room and redesigning my setup. Marilyn, sums up your days, huh? Yeah, I really don't like to sleep things off like that, but it just kind of happens, you know. All right, let's play with a little bit of purple. We'll just put it right here. We get a little glycerin. It just loosens up the purple a bit, turns it in kind of a slight glaze. Let's get a little more purple here. So this time the glaze is in the paint. The glycerin is actually in the paint itself. Okay. Just like that. Now remember, this has got kind of a bluish background thing happening there. Okay. I want a little touch of blue in that. Just a small touch. I'll get some more glycerin. Loosen up the paint. Have it travel a little bit more. Okay, it really doesn't matter if I go over those clouds, those previous clouds. It's all right, because everything can be, everything can come back, more or less. And this is not water. This is all the glycerin that's doing this, glycerin in the paint. Okay, and this time the glycerin is not really on the board like that. It's just in the paint itself, then on the brush. So whatever streak marks you see, believe it or not, the streak marks will disappear because the glycerin kind of expands the paint. It spreads the paint out And right now I'm just trying to work with that color for right now. That kind of bluish purple that's going on with it. I work with a very small color palette because of, well, I know how to mix them. And I want to get people who are learning to kind of mix the colors they want themselves instead of going straight from the tube. It's a lot of fun doing it that way. Okay. I'm gonna go into a little phthalo blue, really dark blue here. I'll kind of pat that in the corner there. Up here in the corner, and then I'll just kind of, you can use your hand pressure and just kind of play with it there. Back and forth. I'll turn the brush around. I got color on the other side of the brush, underneath the brush. Something like that. Now, so we have various colors. They're cool colors, a little dark. I'm gonna get them to match and bleed into each other. I'll put this fella right here. We'll go into this little tiny guy. We're gonna get a little bit of brown. We'll put the brown right there. Little touch of blue, little touch of purple, little touch. And just mix it together there. We'll mix in a little bit, and we'll get some soft taps in there. And it's just bringing back some of that dark color a little bit. And we're going to marry some of that into that blue. That's all. Up in here, we can kind of tap it in a little heavier. Actually, this is going to be the start of me having some fun. So we can kind of scumble. Yes, that's actually a word. Scumble. And kind of tap in some of that in there. Bring some of that down in there like that. Bring it up in there. Glycerin is moving around because the paint sits on top of it. So once you start seeing some craziness going on, something that might, just like that. I can rough it up a little bit there. This up here, don't worry about it. This brush, the bristles are too stiff to do anything. It's okay. All right. It's all right. It's okay. It's a bigger brush, longer hairs. Okay, let's clean off my little brush here before I move on to anything else. I got a couple of different water jars here. Okay, let's have a little fun. Put that guy right here. We're gonna get to, we will still use a pretty decent sized brush. Or at least the handle's longer. This is a giant filbert. All right, okay. Let's go into a little more let's wet this brush here. Let's wet the bristles here. Soften these bristles up a little bit. I usually use a brush this size for larger projects, not really one for a little canvas this small. We're going to go into our little bit of brown and blue, which makes a great stormy cloud color. It just grays out the blue. And you can have it to whatever degree of the color you want. No glycerin this time. We're going to kind of work with it this way. So we're going to get some dark patches in there. Okay. And we're going to kind of play around with it all up in here, an edge like this. Just like that. Now remember, the glycerin is still on. The glycerin is still on the brush or on the canvas. Okay. Keep it rolling. I'll shape them into the little rolling segments here, just like a little roll there. There's a certain look that I want. Okay. A little more blue, a little more of that dark brown. No glycerin, just the paint itself. Well, hello, Keely. How are you? A while back, people used to try to paint along with me. I kind of don't recommend it because I go too fast. Even when I go slow, I go fast. So when I hold a painting class, I don't go nowhere near as fast because there's a lot of people who, you know, they're doing it for the first time and they're already kind of intimidated just showing up. So you kind of make life a little easier for them, you know. And I'm just getting it a little darker here, the edge. Just a little. So I can press down a little bit and add a little bit of that love in there. Some goes higher, some goes lower. It's all right. Just creating a mood. Bring some of that down a little bit, especially up around this corner. There we go. Now you sneak in a little bit of brown in there. It won't get as terribly green as you would think. Okay. Oh yeah, Keely, yeah. And I can understand that. I do. I can understand all of that. It can be daunting, indeed. Okay, so it looks like a hot mess up here. That's okay. You always got that little ugly stage. Hot chocolate time. Now I have a monitor which is upward, up this way, that I'm looking. I can actually see your text up there too if you type. It only stays up there on that screen for a few seconds, but I'm looking at you texting me on the tablet here. Thank you, Travel Dreamer, but Master, no. Far from it. I have not been painting nowhere near as long. And basically the reason why I'm even up on here like this is because people taught me, you know, and there's so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people who would like to learn to paint. and learn certain techniques that make it, to help them go to that level. Even if what I show them is just a start for them, it's still, it's something. Hopefully I will be able to show them and teach them something. You know, this is still tacky. Okay. So we're going to start to, usually I would use white and start making the cloud patterns, but we're not going to go there like that today. Let's take a little bit of blue. Let's make pretend the blue is white. Put it to you that way. All right, I am going to use white, but just a touch, just like that. See, but it still retains this very much blue. All right. So we're going to make pretend blue is white. And we're going to handle this blue like it's white paint. Sugar Plum, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, so what am I going to do with this glob up here? Well, let's bring it in a little bit. And we'll bring it downward and we'll bring it. Yeah, that's the whole thing right there. That's the glob. It looks disturbing. Okay, I know it does. It's all right. Trust me. Okay, let's build shapes with them. Let's do it this way, since you guys are watching. Let's do it this way. We'll start with that. Obviously, we'll start with the outside. So we'll come here. I'll do it this way for you so you can at least see it. We'll start up here. Then we'll come down, go way up in here, way up like that, come down around like that, and we'll go that way with that weird blue color. All right. Once again, we'll treat this blue like it's white. I should have gotten a little bit more of this, really. So we'll just kind of touch it up a bit. There we go. So we got a lot more. We'll probably do a lot of scumbling and whatnot for this. And we're going to build up and play and build up and play and build up. All right. Okay. Once again, we'll just treat this blue like it's white. So I'm using the side of the brush. Now, just because I'm doing it this way doesn't mean that I'm going to cover up all that dark blue you see back there. No, we're just going to clean it up and kind of hobble along a little bit. Come up around here. And we're going to keep that weird kind of pattern going. So we'll just build all of this up. Different shapes and values. And get some more. Just use the side of the brush. Keep on going. Now what I can't see, if it's too reflective, I can look at on my monitor and see exactly how it's turning out. Okay. So you treat the blue like you would treat the white paint for highlights. It's just that you're using a darker color. It's the only difference. Other than that, everything else is the same. Now, as you're looking at me do this, you're thinking, well, it's not, don't think it's turned out the way he thinks. Yes, it is. Everything's built up in layers. People, layers, layers, layers. And since the glycerin is yet still tacky, it still blends. And you'll see in a second or two. You'll see. So I think I'll mess with this. I'll mess with this one first. And then we'll go in here, and then we'll go in here. So we'll keep playing with that. All right, let's go with Dioxazine purple. Right out the tube purple. Okay. And where you see the little purple batches at, we're gonna just kind of help those out a little bit. Put it right into that blue. Just kind of coax it into the blue a little bit there. Just like that. Keep going at it. This is the glycerin is still active, still activated. I'm going right where the majority of the purple is. I'm skating some of that blue into that purple, into that darkness. Okay. I'm slowly building organized chaos, if that makes sense. organized. Okay, you see all the light stuff going on there. Don't worry about those. It's okay. Hashtag don't panic. Now I'm using the side of the brush, wearing off some of that paint there. See how you can sneak some of that in there? See that? See how you build all of that up? See that? Just cleaning off the brush. I have three. I got two water rinsing. One's a pail, one's a glass jar, and then I got the beater rack down there. And each one of these have racks in them. But the one that you guys hear down here, this fella, that's the main guy. Okay, I'll probably more than likely stick with this. No, I got another one, but I'll stick with this one because of the size of the area I got to cover. So, all right, let's get with a little bit of this nice deep brown. Let's drag some of this out. Usually when I'm doing certain paint, I'll just put some phthalo blue in there. When I do paintings like this, I would rather just use the glass pellet itself. But it all depends on the size of the project and if I really want to scrape all this paint away or I just put some plastic on it. So, too much organization causes you chaos. With this deep brown, we'll start to kind of build up our darks in this. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm definitely going to have to see where I'm at. I'm going to have to look at the screen a lot because I can't really see it too much. I can see the tones though going on with it, which is cool. And I can see I'm going to need thicker paint. Because what's going on is that with the glycerin on there, it'll start to wear away the paint. So I just need thicker paint and start building it that way, which is no problem. It's just another technique just to keep the paint on there. And like I said, that's no big deal. You're going to start to see I'm using more paint because I don't want to play with it. If it needs to be dark, I'm going to throw it in there. There we go. Because now we're going to get some serious building up now, so it's no time for playing patty cake with the paint now. It's got to really go in there. As I was saying, there we go, that's better. Put it right in there. Once you covered it up a good deal, then you just keep it moving. I'm starting to build up things here. So it definitely needs a thicker paint. Just like that. I'm not covering everything. But it's usually dark. Just bring that around like that. There we go. Bring some of that darkness back right in there. Lost my train of thought. Well, it's just building up the dark. Yep. Now, if you look, as I'm building up such dark, you see those colors peeking through there. Okay. You know, you're dark up here too. It's got to get a look of being surrounded. So when you surround the dark around all of this, then these colors mean something now. You follow me? Up here. Once you get the darkness you're looking for, leave it be and move on to the next one. give it a chance to get a little solid there. Now I keep messing with this one here, so I can do something with that. No, I can't, because I don't have any tissues. That's right, I didn't put the paper towel roll there. I was just gonna wipe this away and then just return it, but I didn't put any tissues here to wipe it off. I have no rags, no tissues, so I'll just cover it back up and just let it stay over there. Now what I'm doing is what many painters do, is that once you get that darkness, then you keep tapping at it. I'll leave it be just like that. And I will move back here. Surround this back again like that. Just leave it be. I'm looking. I can cover some of that up too. This is a weird gray green because of there's green in the umber. It's a brown with green in it, and so that's what I'm trying to say. Now what it looks like on your screen and what it looks like on my larger screen is two different colors, but the values are there. So I'm not really thinking colors, is the values of what I'm looking at. Okay, now I can tease around this edge here. I need a leading edge of dark. So I'm even playing with that line going across the ocean there, the sky. This, okay, now obviously it's dark around here. We're gonna need some of that dark. It's kind of recessive. We'll bring the dark somewhere up here a little bit. And because I'm not using any glycerin, to which at this point I should, but all I need is just to play around with that dark just a little. Bring it across, and then I'll scumble it up here a little, scumble it down there. But I got the other values there, but I need something kind of a leading tone right up in there. All right. Okay, sugar plum. Now you can explain to me what is an opal. What is a cab? CAB. I need to know. Are you talking about cab as in, you know, whistling the taxi? I need to know what cab. What are you referring to? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to play with this purple. Since somebody mentioned purple, I don't know who. I think it was sugar plum. Somebody mentioned purple. Who mentioned purple? Can't do that to me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sugar plum. Okay, let's play tiddlywinks with some highlights here. Oh, let's go further in first. Let's go like up around here where the lighter stuff is. Right up around here like that. All right. We'll just tap a few bits in there like this. Now it's gonna get interesting. Now you guys are gonna see weird things happening. I'm just building up where you see the light blue, and then I'll just kind of pat it away. Okay, get a little bit here. Go back into it again because it's picking up some of that darker color. All right, so I don't want it to be too bland, overly sharp. And it doesn't have to be. I just need that color, and then we'll just snake the rest of that stuff back into the darkness in there like this. And then we'll kind of scumble it right back into the darkness. Some really nice, cool highlights going on there. Just like this. Come here and get a batch of color, then you just wear it away, right? Sneak it away somewhere. Okay. So I'm dragging in some of that white into the purple, just a little bit. So it's not overly blatant, no really blunt, forced trauma colors. Just right in there. And we're gonna bring it around like that. Now the way my hand's positioned, I'm probably in the way. But I'm getting interesting little patterns and I'm just patting them. I get a strong front edge and we just fade out the back edge. All right. That's all. Now some of that white that's in there is picking up the residual colors. Okay. And it paint, some of this paint, a lot of it is still tacky. So you can do a lot of blending, a lot of playing around with it. Yes, somebody did mention purple. I shall say no names, but I know somebody did mention a little purple. I will get just a hint of silver linings in there. As you can see, I'm building it up slowly and slowly and slowly. All right. So for those of you doubters who say, oh, it's too difficult, I can't do it. It looks too hard. I thought the same way you were thinking. Some of you may go, yeah, right. Well, I have. I've thought the way you thought. I would look at, some of these people paint. I'm like, yeah, okay. In your wildest dreams. But sometimes you just gotta put on the adult pants and just at least give it a shot. At least try. If it does not come out the way you want it the first time or second time or third time, don't get so discouraged. Because if you like a painter and they say, well, yeah, I got everything first right off the bat, yeah, you might want to switch the channel and go to somebody else. Because first off, they're lying, unless there's some kind of weird freak prodigy. You just got to put a little work in. That's all. Basically, just put a little bit of effort. I'm gonna be careful here because it's like water. I put water in instead of glycerin, so I got to be careful with that. I wipe some of that off. Water and glycerin, they're not good bedfellows. Water will take glycerin away like a hot knife through butter. So I try not to really touch on the water when I'm dealing with vegetable glycerin. I'm going into my titanium white, just brighten it up a little bit. I could use a different brush right now, but I'm lazy. I'll work with it just with the silver brush. But if you do things like what I'm about to do here, and you develop that bad habit of using the same brush like I'm doing, which is really not good, you'll learn to manipulate. You will learn it. Okay. You will learn. Now, I don't want super sharp, clean edges, so that's why I'm roughing it up a little bit, and you see the color change. I don't want extremely fine lines. It's not right now. It's not really needed. Okay. Well, dreamer, that's true. You have to try. And you just can't do one painting and look at it and say, I'm never doing it again. Man, don't give up that easy. Good Lord. At least give it some kind of gung-ho try. Okay, I have the phthalo blue here. Just the blue itself. Okay. The tiniest tap of white I can get in there. Yeah, that might be okay. Something like that. Okay. You see I separated it from everything else. So we'll kind of play around with a little bit of that in here. Just get some tones of the blue in there. This is why I use that, just a tap of white. Small bit of white, that's all. And I'm gonna stay right in here. Okay. And it's just playing around with some of the darkness in there. You got refracted light everywhere. like that. Remember, we got this joy to do in here also. Okay, and it will all be married together. Another small batch of blue right in here. This little sliver of white. Put it in there. Okay, there's the color. Because up here is the color that I'm matching, not that little blob right there. So that's my way of keeping it consistent. Okay. All right, start playing in here too. Remember, this is the part where it was loosening up and acting kind of odd. So we just come up here, add a little bit of love in here, not much, and bring it that way. Okay. I'm looking. I really don't need to mess with too much of that. Let's go in here. Well, before we do that, let me show you something. I'm debating whether I really should do it, but I think it'll look pretty cool and whatnot. All right, let's, I got water on the strip liner brush. Let's go over here. Get a little bit of white. We'll bring it here. Okay, we'll use this same blue. And we'll just kind of see this. Look, it's not exactly white, but it's also the brightest thing on here besides the yellow. Okay. How you doing, Metal Angler? I'm doing well. Let's just say it was one of those days. Okay. Let's cause there's something I kind of wanted to do, but we'll play around with that later. Let's go around in here, and I'm gonna take this pink brush, the tip. I'll touch like that. Sometimes it misses, sometimes it don't. Just like that, and we'll come up around in this dark area here. We'll bring it up in here a little bit and go up there like that. And we might kid around with a couple. I'm twisting the brush as I'm doing this. Okay, it's like that. All right. Oh, well, do I need a little something out here? Nah, let's just continue it right from here and go up like this. We can probably joke around with a little bit here. I'm twisting the brush as I'm doing this. Right here. Just a couple of them. That'll work. We'll leave it like that. Yes, they do, Marilyn. I think that might be one of the things about me that might frustrate some people. I do a little bit of everything, but as I was a commercial illustrator, so I had to draw a little bit of everything. I was a comic book artist when I was a kid, and I had to draw a little bit of everything. So there are excellent people. I mean, if that's what brings in the money for you, some people do ocean scenes and that's all they do. Some people paint horses and that's all they do. Some people are wildlife or animal painters. Some people paint fish. They made a whole career painting fish. Those Angular magazines and Huntsman United or whatever magazine they got going on. That's what they do. I think I've painted all sorts of crazy stuff, All right, let's work in here. Now I did take, obviously, the same blue, lightened it, and I put it in here, right? I could kind of go the opposite way with this blue, but I think I'll use let's try something first. Let's go with purple. Let's put the purple right here. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of brown. We'll put the purple and brown together. Two colors that you just wouldn't think will look that great together. Okay, go with a little bit of titanium white. Put a little touch of that in there, just like that. So it's got this weird purpley, browny, see? Not exactly a nice highlight color, but it's not overly doggish. Okay. Let's start right in here. Right near that corner in there. Just like that. And I'm tapping it in there. I'll just keep tapping away. It's okay. Just like that. We'll go a little darker and we'll get a little bit more purple. Just like that. Right in there. As you notice, I'm staying away from that white. No, that's not needed right now. Let's give this a shot. Right in here, right against it. Up in here. Just like that, and keep going. Just like that. As I'm doing this, I'm looking to see exactly what do I need to get the effect that I want. I like the effect, it's just too light. You have to give a sense of distance between one cloud layer and other. Even though I like the color and I like the effect it's giving, but it's way too light. That will work. Okay. And what I'm going to do, since I got that color going, I'm going to use this to my advantage. Come out here like this with it. Now I'm just tapping. The more you tap, the more it blends. Okay, I left this out here on purpose just to show you. Come out here a little bit, come inward, outward, just like that. If it's dry enough, I'll scumble. Some of it is and some of it isn't, so it gets patchy, so I'll keep the tapping method. But see, I can find out, see what's going on with it, if it works. I mean, if it's too wet, I'll leave it alone. I'll just keep tapping away at it. I can correct it as I'm going along, basically. Right in there. Just like that. Bring this out here. Drag it outward. Just keep building at it. Alright. Just like that. I'm gonna go over in the corner. Up in here. Just like that. Just a little bit. Alright. We're going to marry all of this together. Don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, let's get a little bit of blue. We'll put the blue, man, we'll put it right here. A slight touch of white. Put it in there like that. All right. No glycerin. Don't need it. Don't need it. And up in here, bring some of that blue into that purple. Not all the way. Let's bring it into the purple a little bit. Okay. Hello, Jen, how are you? How you doing, Jen? I forgive you and your terrible typing. Tornado paintings. I've done a few. I actually thought about doing one. Actually, let's get a little more white. We can put it right there. We'll brighten it up a little bit, just a smidge. I have in my mind great images, at least I think so, of subjects for that, the tornadoes. Just the side of the brush. I don't want it, I want it lighter, but I don't want it really exaggerate all the lightness. It's not really what I'm looking for. A lot of turbulence going on, so there's a little bit of everything mixing in there. And I really don't want any coherent lines with the lighter stuff. I don't have to overly do the light stuff. And I'm looking in the mirror, looking at the monitor to see what's going on there. Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about. Thank you. That was inspired by a painting buddy in England. His name is Ray Wiley, and he paints for Home Artist Academy like I do, and he holds his Zoom classes. And I usually, my schedule when he does his, I'm usually doing other things, but I will chime in, see what he's doing. And he did a nice wave painting. And it just inspired me really just to do a version of what he was doing. Okay. I'm using the tiniest bit of titanium white. And as you see, I'm heavily blending it into, because titanium white is very opaque. Titanium white will cover death. So be very careful. But as you can see that there's quote unquote white in it, but it's obviously not white, it's blue. But with designed with all this blue, black, purple, brown surrounding it, of course it doesn't look totally white. As we draw the camera back, and I will in a second, you'll see there's a whole lot of shaking going on. You can spend all night just with the clouds. Obviously, I will not, because it would drive me crazy. But you can. As you can see, I'm taking that little bit of white, I'm scumbling, I'm really putting it into the bristles. Okay, I'll show you. Just like that, it's a pasty mess. Okay. And I will slowly incorporate this pasty mess into some of that dark. Everything gets married together. Everything goes together. Sometimes that's all you need is just a little bit. So you wouldn't have thought that you would have something look like this from what I did in the beginning, because what I did in the beginning was very, very uncomfortable to look at. This might be uncomfortable for you to look at too, considering we're working at the top half. When you start doing these and you're getting accustomed to doing them, accustomed to the technique of doing them, you start seeing patterns. These clouds, they become your Rorschach test, more or less. I've seen something here, right in 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 here. It's a nice little cloud bank right in there. And just a hint of it, I'll destroy the bottom edge. Just a hint of that cloud bank, just right in there. Okay, that's all. Destroy the rest. Right in there. This is the size, just seeing something here. And that's it. That's it. Okay. Metal angler. Yeah, yours is yeah, yours should be there. What is today, Friday? It may show up Saturday. I know I sent yours and a bunch of others out actually. I know a few people got theirs already, so I know yours is definitely on its way. Okay, I was gonna do something here, and I think I can get away with it. Actually, I know I can get away with it. It's gonna look great. Okay, we'll do it right now. We'll get a little bit of white, and I mean a sliver, just a tiny touch of white. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like that. See? A little bit of white. Okay. Okay. Where do I want it coming from, though? Right here. There's a reason why I'm using just the smallest touch of white. And I'm going to scumble this white just like that. Be very, very, just the tiniest touch of white, all it needs. And you'll see why. I'm going to trowel it. I'm pressing in. Work that blue in there. But once, there's got to be a high spot in there though. Just like that. Just like that. Gotta have a spot though. You got to have a spot. And the spot is pretty much right there. Just like that. Cheech and Chong's Garden. Yeah, that was a popular one. Well, it was popular to a people of a certain generation. I'll just put it that way. And which one you got? Sunday's Daisies. That's you got the one, the basket. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do here is get some. I got a script liner. We'll put it right here. Now, no, there won't be any glycerin here. Bad idea for the glycerin. It would be water for this. This is pure titanium white. I can tint this with a little touch of blue. If I was smart, I would. But I've never been known for being bright. Okay, that should be enough somewhat. All right, here we go. La 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 la. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I gotta finish that part though. Bet you guys didn't expect that to come along. Okay. We're gonna have to let that dry a little bit. We'll come back to that, okay? Okay. But if you think that's it, no. Oh no. We'll put it right there. Okay. I have something even smaller than this. I'm looking for it. I found it. There we are. I think this will work, but I think this one will work even better. Let's see. Let me look at it here. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I guess you'll do. Okay. I'll do. Thank you guys for coming in and watching me do this. Let's go with a little bit of blue. Oh, let's show you what this this brush looks like. Let's put it right here. You guys might not see that. There you go. Yeah, it's a little tiny fella. How tiny is it? It's about that tiny. That's my thumb. That's the brush. We'll put it right there. Okay. That's my thumb. That's the bristles. Little tiny guy. Okay. Let's go into a little bit of blue. We'll put it right here. Go into a little bit of brown. Mix these together. We'll keep it with just the blue and the brown. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go with a little water. No glycerin. We'll try to get this at a somewhat inky consistency right here. A little more water. All right. Okay. We'll stir it up pretty good here. Now, I don't have black. This will give the impression of black because of the colors used beforehand. Okay, all right. For those of you who may not see it, but the horizon line is right here. Okay. It's the brighter of the yellow. All right, because it's sitting right on top of the paint there. Okay. All right. Let's play. Let's have one mast come here, and we have a mast here. We maybe have a mast here, and we'll come like this. We'll go at an angle like that, and we'll just kind of come this way, and it goes down, and maybe like that. Okay. Yeah. We'll have a kind of a mast thing going on right here. Then we have a little small one right in here, something like that, like that. All right, that's one down. We'll have one kind of come out like this, like that. And got something, playing around up there like this. You just give the appearance of a mast. Okay, like that. We can probably have little wires coming, whatever, something like that. That's one of them. Oh, I think this is it right here? Yeah, I think this is it. I don't remember mixing anything else. I think we're right in there, like that. And we'll come here and we'll just darken that up, just like that. Get a little bit more water, mix it in there. And come in here like that, come in like that, just like that. Actually, we'll just kind of join this together like that, and we'll put it right in there like that. All right. Get some more of this dark color. One here. We'll do it this way, like that, like that. So we get one this way, like this. We'll get a slightly longer one right there. We'll come down. I'm just doing this by memory. General shapes, more or less like this. Get some more. All right. And we're just dealing with general shapes. Obviously, you don't have to be super detailed. You're just doing a shape. All right. And this is an extremely tiny brush, so you'll be doing this often. I could use it with a larger brush, but it's just easier. It's easier. Something like that. Just the shape of the thing. It's easier to just kind of do it this way. You can refine their shapes and all that good stuff. And plus, you won't be looking at the painting 3 inches from your nose. paintings will look better further away. All right, we do another one. Let's do even the taller one. That's all right. Go right into the storm with this guy. Why not? Got one in here. Will you see them? Maybe, maybe not. All depends. You know, how sharp is your eyes? You know. So it all depends on what you see, what you want to see, you know. I use a lot of water, get an inky consistency with the paint. Okay. And you do all sorts of, I just gotta be careful where I'm at here. Put the lines in there if you want to put lines in there. Sure. Like that. I'll pop something different up here like that. The lines going in here. Okay. All right. After I'm done messing with these boats, I'll add some slight misty stuff happening with those fellows back there. And let's do something here, because I can play with that. Getting a little bit of brown, putting it into the blue with this teeny tiny brush. So we're gonna play with a different version of darkness. Once again, just general shapes. Different variation of dark here. You're not looking for perfection. Really, they're too far away. But you pretty much know what they are. Okay. And once again, you're not going to be looking at this painting from 3 inches from your face. So eventually when I pan back, is there anybody still here? All I see is Travel Dreamer's last statement, mesmerizer. And thank you. Because I don't know how many of these guys we're going to be looking at. Okay, thank you, Travel. There's another reason why I'm using water to do these instead of glycerin. It's because, quite frankly, I want these to dry fast. And plus, putting the ships in here like this gives the whole painting a sense of scale. Also. Okay. 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 Let's continue with those fellows up top. Let's aim this back upward here. Right in this area. Alright, we got our little mist thing going on. I have a it's a number 10. It's a flat. This is filled with bristles there. And, maybe you can get away with seeing it there a little bit. Aim it right there. Well, if the light hit it right, it's filled with bristles there up top. All right, I just need a little dot of white. Okay, I'll show it to you when I get the proper amount here. It's starting to develop the skin, that's why. A little dot of white, and then I'll just kind of stir it in there like this. Okay, I'll, believe it or not, wipe some off of on my towel. I got a towel on my lap here. And very lightly, I'll come up here. Very lightly, and I mean light. I'll kind of, see, get that little mist thing going there around them. See that? This is why I wanted the paint to dry a little bit. So I can at least get a little mist happening there with it. Okay, and you need the smallest amount of white to get away with it. All right. And if you feel you got too much, you just wipe a little bit off on the towel. But you do it with a very light touch. Yeah, you guys can see me do this. Okay, very light touch. If I keep my mouth shut, you can probably hear it. Very light touch, just like that. And it depends on how much of this you want on there also. Really up to you. I mean, it can really kind of be a little more in depth in here, maybe a little bit, since it's coming right out of there. So it all depends on how much glow you want coming out of that cloud. Okay, once again, if I feel it's too much, well, if I feel it's too much, I can correct it. But if I feel it's too much, then I'll lay back a little bit. But it also depends on how heavy your hand is. Okay, look at that there. Pop some of that love up in there. I can end it right about here. Maybe. I can get the trail going. I'll just get the trail here. It's just me tapping that. I know I made it disappear. It's okay. That's all right. I'm getting the trail going like that. I can return that. So that's no big deal. That's nothing. Easily return that little bolt back. Right. Where was it going? Right in here. Just like that. Just return it back. See? No problem. Bring it back. Here. Just bring it right back. No harm, no foul. Hey, Johnny. Okay. Now here's the part that might be a shocker. I might need to put a few more ships in there because they may get swallowed. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's pull back a little bit here. All right. We'll touch the screen, get it back in focus real quick. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay. Okay. So, for those of you who've been here from the beginning, we established a sense of depth, a sense of foreboding, just in the colors, all cool colors. Yes, there's umber, dioxazine purple, and phthalo blue. That's the mix. Okay. And you just work in layers. But obviously we established where the dark cloud is. Even if I didn't add the silver lining, you would know where the darker cloud is. Separated by the lighter, more somewhat pleasant colors of the blue and purple mixed in with a little bit of white. Now, even though we have the blues and the purples in here, they were still both joined together with that brown. So the brown is marrying all of this together. All right, 'cause all of this has little touches of brown in it. No black was used, but you can see that it appears to be black, but it's not. It's actually just a very softer, deeper brown and purple. All right, which gives the illusion of it being black. It gives the illusion of these guys being black. But these are more greenish blue. Those are more brown back there. Okay, but there's no black in the painting. You lost the sound. Well, are you sure? If you did, come back in, because I'm still here. Everything seems to be working. Let me, I can't tap on the tablet, but I can tap on this. I'll talk to Johnny here. She may have to come back in again. He's on the phone. Whoops, let me turn the sound down, of course. I know we have a little delay. Oh man, you hit me. Waste all my valuable energy typing you back because I was concerned. I'm just playing, but that's cool. Okay. All right. I would say coffee break, but my milk. You know, hot chocolate. It's great when it's like super piping hot. It's got that little short timing of when it's really drinkable, and then after that it turns into a latte. Okay, Keely. Well, I'm taking a break myself. Now, even if you don't have watercolor paper, if you do this on canvas, all right, because water or acrylic paint kind of gets a film on it, so you don't want to pull your tape and pull up and in. Don't do that. You pull, but you go that way. All right, so you just pull, aim downward, 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 and I'm gonna show you something there. I'm gonna show you something because I just proved my point right now. You might not be able to see it right now. No, you guys can't. But I'm gonna zoom in right now. You'll see it. I'll stop it right there, and I'll do one of those numbers. Okay. You guys should be able to see it. If not, I will point it out to you. See that? Right there? That's a tear. It's bound to happen. Now, I pulled downward. Now, imagine what would happen if I went upward. I'd have took out the little fleet. Okay? But that's what I wanted to show you. And this is why I do what I do. This is why. Okay. There's always a method. There's always a method to my madness. All right. At this point in time, if anybody has any questions, I can probably come up and come this way. I think we're good right about here. You guys should be able to see that pretty good. I'm always very self-conscious when I see other artists, and you know, they have their palettes up, their easels up and everything. it's at this weird crooked angle. I'm like, ugh. Even Bob Ross had it from time to time. It's got that weird funky angle. And it's not really great on a especially a landscape painting where it's turned sideways. That always irked me. That just bothered me. And many people still do that. You know, I try my best to do it, keep it as straight as possible. You know, the only time it's really altered is that if I put my mug on the camera, then this gets compacted like that. They kind of do. That's true, Keely. I'll show you something interesting. For those who come in or those who see this, this might appear to be white, but it's not. It's not white at all. It's actually light blue. It's not white. See, your eyes adjust to whatever color's there. Okay? That's white. How would I repair the tear? Great question. Let's say I did tear this and I took out the fleet. Well, remember, I use very limited colors. I would just return the colors. Okay? I would return the colors. On paper, I would return the colors and just paint over it, and you would really never know. Okay? Even here, because I have a limited palette, I can mix my colors back again and you'll never know I tore it. All right. Sometimes the tear, depending on how it tears, it would also cast a shadow. You're just going to have to, you would build it up with paint, actually. So, but there's a few ways to repair it. I ought to make a video of that one day. Just do a painting and then wreck it and show how you can repair it. Just deliberately, just destroy it. Take an X-Acto knife, make a cut, and just rip it. It will be a little extreme, but it will be a lesson on how you can repair anything. Instead of destroying the whole painting, you can just repair it. That's all. Now, am I worried about the fingerprint? Not at all. Not at all. You're not going to see it. You never know it's there. There's many ways to paint water. I want my waters. Thank you, Dreamer. Appreciate it. There's many ways to paint water. Okay. I kind of want a turbulent sea, so some of these guys might be a little lost. But we'll see. Well, I'll keep aerial perspective in check, so you would still see the ships, but the waves would be the waves will more or less be the dominant thing, besides the clouds, obviously. I could, we'll see how the waves turn out. If the waves turn out decent, then I won't put the rock in, but if they suck, I will put a rock in there to cover up my suckiness. I don't try to take myself too seriously. I mean, I'm using liquid plastic and painting on watercolor paper. But when I do tutorials like this, it's a certain painting style, and it looks a lot more, the finished product looks a lot more difficult than what it actually would be. I do have a few technique videos in there. I might want to update those, because I've learned quite a few more techniques since the last time I did a technique video. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Marilyn. We shall get on with the waves in a few seconds here. Let's switch the camera for a second. Hold on. I don't know which, we'll see. We're about to find out in a second here. Is it camera 2? My bad. I'm sorry. I got it on the webcaster side. That's why. So it is not that remote. It's this remote. Bloop. Okay, let's make this disappear for 1 second. Get out. Okay. Oh, let me put the audio on. I guess I need the audio on camera number. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't need that back. Let's put that back. I think I still need that for the audio switch. Yep. All right. Sorry. If I take out camera 1, I don't think you guys can hear me. So I have to keep it like that. That's okay. All right. If you look down below, I have a mess. Okay. Palette's a mess. It's disturbing. It's ugly. It's terrible. So I'll take some rubbing alcohol and I will spray the I'll spray the rubbing alcohol on that area. I think I sprayed some rubbing alcohol on the paint itself, but that's okay. It's all right. We'll let that sit for a few. This is a glass palette, okay? Yeah, I think I sprayed it all in there, but that's all right. Okay, and we just kind of scrape it, make it disappear. See that? This is what I call, this is the government cover-up portion of the tutorial. So if I want to clean this crap up, I'll just get just get it out of there. Rubbing alcohol eats right through it, just like that. Okay, scrape some of that off too. Get it right off the corner. Get rid of some of that, just like that. Get rid of some of that. Now just get it out of there, clean it up. All right. So we got a gooey mess. Now remember, I don't have a tissue. So it gives me an excuse to actually get up off my butt and get the tissue so you guys can chat among yourselves. Let me get a paper towel. I forgot. I wonder if I got one down there. No, I don't. I have to get up off this chair. Okay, chat among yourselves for a second. Let me get up and get a couple paper towels. I'll be back. Alrighty. Keely says something looks like the bottom of SpongeBob's SquarePants' trousers or something like that. Where's her mind been? You're a tissue woman. I don't go without tissues, napkins, and paper towels. I hate to see your purse, Keely. Alrighty. We have to focus our attention away from Keely's sick mind. Let's press the tab button. Let's switch it around here. Boop. Alright, we're back. Okie dokie. Clean palette. Contaminated paints. We're good. So, let's work on our water here. Okay, we'll establish some sort of baseline for the water. Bob's yellow boot is still there. I don't know where she's seeing this image. This poor child. Anyway, we'll start with the water. Once again, like I did with the top part, we'll throw a little bit of glycerin in there. A little bit of glycerin goes a long way. You don't need too much of this stuff. The warmer your room, the faster it will dry. Alright? Okay, dokie. Oh, I wanted to do something before I did that. Oh well. If I remember, we'll do it later. Anyway, go straight to the top. Then we'll just take it. Now, you should be able to see the color shift. Alright, because glycerin is very reflective. Alright. So, if you guys are worried about that, don't be. It won't be around. It won't be around. We'll cover it up. We'll cover it up. Okay. It's probably too much, but it's enough to get the job done. Alright. The yellow paint is his boot. Huh? This poor child. Keely, the police have the megaphone. They're telling you, step away from the caffeine. Step away from the caffeine. Travel dreaming, you say you hear a puppy? Unless you're talking about the 125 pounds of muscle and teeth. Yeah, he's hanging around here. He's in the back. He's a 14. Is he 14? No, he's 13 now. He just turned 13. He's a bull mastiff and pit bull mix. Puppy left him a long time ago, so he's just wandering right now from couch to couch. Usually he knows in his dog brain, when I get up off this seat, it's time for him to go for a walk. But it was a false flag. So now he's going back to the back bedroom, looking defeated. Let's go with some umber. Okay. We'll tap a little bit of blue in that umber. We'll mix it in there like that. Okay. Alrighty then. Just like that. Okay, we will get waves going in here, but we'll establish some colors. We'll just darken up all of this. Okay. Yeah, it's mixing. It's looking kind of weird as of right now. It's alright, we're just blocking it in. Okay. We'll come up here as delicately as I can. I'll get it as close to the ships as possible. Just got to be careful. I'll inch it up there bit by bit. As close as I possibly can anyway. Then I'll just kind of block all that mess in. I'll just block it in. It's alright. Still very light. It's okay. Alright. Throw some purple. Get a little bit of brown. Throw some purple in there too. Just a very thick brush. We'll come up in here and kind of get some of that. We'll still keep somewhat of aerial perspective, meaning stuff closer to us is a little darker than the foreground. Okay. And so I'm still just playing around with it. Get some more purple. Pop it in there. Get a little touch of brown. Really put it in there. Just build it up. Build up that darkness. Kind of build it up in there. A nice kind of a dirty color there. Keep it going. Don't worry about the fingerprint. It won't be around. Yeah, that's the problem. He's near me too much. Okay. Now, I just did that just to block all of that in. All right. It looks odd. It looks strange. I'm just get rid of that rim of color up there. I'll just move it around. Smaller brush. Just move it away. Get the rim of color there. By the ships, just get rid of it. Aim it downward. Just turn my brush around. Get rid of some of that white that's up there. Okay, I'm wiping off my brush. Get rid of the residual stuff. It's alright. Just like that. Just get rid of it. It's alright. Wipe it away. I'm moving my whole arm. I'm not just moving my wrist. Okay. Alright. I still cannot see what Keely is talking about with that boot. I'm totally lost with that boot. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Okay, we'll smooth out all of this. We'll make that go away. So, what I will do is, as I'm looking, I'm trying to see if I got enough phthalo blue. I may or may not have. I don't think I do, to be honest with you. I might have enough. We'll see. Let's tap in a little bit of Dioxazine purple. We may add a little bit more of that in there. So let's get a little touch of that. Just a little touch there. Okay. Let's move to... I guess I'll do it with this brush. Once again, this is a low. This is size 15. It's a flat brush. We'll use this. We'll play around with this. Okay. Let's get a little glycerin. We can put the glycerin right here. Okay. All right. We'll put the glycerin there. We'll get a little bit of blue. Put that blue in there. A little bit of brown. Put the brown in there like that. Now remember, this umber has green in it. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. Let's play. Let's start adding some stuff in here. Obviously, it should be a little lighter over here on this area here. But right now, I'm not really concerned because we're going to once again start to... Now, this is not going to be too calm over here, but I'm just establishing. Actually, we can kind of start to get some stuff happening here like this. Okay, just something like that. Come a little bit further downward. I'm gonna show you something, how easy this is. Okay, I'll do it this way. I come this way like that. Kind of blocking, kind of come in like that way with it. Maybe come this way like that with that. Okay, so we got that going on back there. All right, cool. We'll spread this color around a bit. Don't worry about up top. We're concentrating down here, down below. But this is a lighter area up here. So we'll let this kind of ferment. All right, we'll come a little further down here. All right, okay. Let's get a little purple. We'll set the purple in there like that. Purple, a little bit of brown, and some deeper color. Watch this. I got, I'll use glycerin. Move the paint around. All right. Don't worry about the titanium white thumb. That will be gone like that. We're gonna get a blob of color in here. We'll put the blob in there like that. Let's get a little blob going this way, right here. Need some more dark. You'll see. Right in here. Just kind of marry that in there like that. Just kind of go that way for a while. Yeah, but right in here. Nice little blob. Right in here. Okay. Come in here and do something. Whip it around a little bit like that. Let's just take it and go. Put it right out there. Now, the glycerin's dry here. Okay. It's only going as far as the wetness will allow it to go for right now. So I'm just making the letter C. Just drag it out there. There's no glycerin to have it to travel. That's why it's stopping where it's stopping. Don't worry about that. It's okay. It's okay. I can get a little glycerin, just a little bit. I'll just kind of pop it right in there. Just like that a little bit. And then we'll just kind of continue it along. See that? See what the glycerin can do? See that? See, you'll know what glycerin can and can't do. Now, be mindful that the glycerin takes a while to dry as you're doing this. Okay? So be mindful of that. You can go backwards, up into it. All right. See this mess in here? I'll just put glycerin on the brush right now. And we'll come this way. We'll go the other way. But just keep on. See, this glycerin moves that paint around. See that? And I'm pulling the waves in the opposite direction here. Okay. I'll spread it out this way. I have an odd looking wave. I've never did an odd looking wave. This wave is kind of funky. It's kind of bowing and going like that. So I'm just bringing all of that around, that curve around. I'm pressing down pretty good. So we got all sorts of colors and stuff happening there with it, just like that. Okay. Very simple concept to do these. Up here, we'll just kind of take our brush and we'll kind of get some darkness happening up in there like this. Keep playing with it. Keep playing. Bring some of that out that way. We'll lighten up some of those up back there. Don't worry. Remember, we're still building. But I'm just showing you how easy it is to get a very turbulent wave going without much of a thought process, really. Hey, geezer, how you doing? I appreciate you. Well, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, hit that thumbs up. Click on that bell up there. I'm on here. Usually I'm on here live every Wednesday, unless otherwise noted. And I have pre-recorded videos on Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in New York. Okay. Tonight is just me messing around. Man, just having a little fun, actually. So, that is why I am up here tonight. Okay, we're going into dark blue. We're going into what's left of what I got for brown. I'll probably end up digging up some more. A lot more. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than this probably. Okay. More paint than anything. I'm gonna get just a slight touch of glycerin to loosen this paint up because I need more in this area. In here, watch. Yes, you guys can see it. Watch. I'm coming from outside the tape, but I'm going into this. You follow me? Because remember, the closer you are to the bottom of the page, okay, and you're gonna really exaggerate that curve going in. I'll go too fast. I'll go slower. See this? See how it just goes up into the wave now? See that? Go up into the wave, up. And you see the curve, okay? Bring it right up in there like that. I'm getting some more. Oh, you need a little touch of glycerin. Just a small. So I work with very thick acrylic paints. I prefer Grumbacher. I love Grumbacher. All right. I'll use Artist Loft and the other ones too, but Grumbacher is kind of my choice. And now the wave, the curl toward the end here for this particular wave is more accented at the end, at the ends. And they start to turn straighter as we go toward the center. Okay. So I'm just gathering up all that thick paint that I can that's got coated with the glycerin. And I'm just really working it in there. See? I know where the paint's going, but right now I need that deep darkness down here on the bottom because it accentuates, once again, the perspective. All right. And like I say, it's not really, once you get accustomed to it and the technique of it, it's not really that difficult. It all depends after you learn it. It depends on where you want to go with it. Okay, you can go in reverse and bring some of that light back into the wave. See, all on how you envision your wave. How do you want your wave to look? What do you want? Where do you want to go with it? You know, what do you want it to be? Okay. Okay, geezer. Thank you. Okay. All right. There's Mr. Fingerprint. You're not gonna, trust me, you're not even gonna know he's around when all this is said and done. Now that I've done this, okay, I can be cute. I've already established light areas right in there. Basically, right here, maybe a little tease or something here, and then right here. So we've got light areas there. Okay. All right, yeah, the glycerin, as you can see, is still wet. You still manipulate it and do all sorts of things. That's not a light area. Go back over that, make it disappear. Okay, all right. Since I have that light area, I guess I can play with that for a little bit. I'll keep this brush over here for 1 minute. We'll make some of this disappear. That can go bye-bye. We don't need none of that. Actually, let me get a little bit of water. Like I say, water where it gets rid of this stuff instantly. Okay. As you can hear, it wipes it right away. Okay. Let's play. Oh, let's find it. Here we are. Let's get a little bit of this. We're going to tease this. Oh, this is just turquoise green, which is nowhere in this painting really. we'll play with a little bit of that. Let's put a little bit of that in there. Why not? The Penta, cute, and Bob. Let's actually this, well, it's gonna make it more green, but it's all right. Get a little bit of white. We're gonna go the other way. I think I'll stick with this one. I like this color better. We'll stick with this color over here, which might be to your right. It's to my left. We'll use this. Okay, right in here. Just like that. We'll bring some of that here. Just like that. Put it right in there. Blocking it in. We'll kind of manipulate this stuff a little later. Just like that. Let's come in here to throw some of that in there. Let's gather some more. Remember, you're always building, okay? You got to build this stuff. Yeah, we'll kind of fade it in here, blah blah blah. All right, yeah. All right. Let's get that flow better. Get that flow going a little better than what I did. Just like that. This one here is flowing this way. There we go. Get that flow going there. This one here is more extreme. Go this way, buddy. Just like that. Go in there. Okay. See, you get the wave pattern going. You have to go with the flow. All right. This one's more extreme. Turn it. There we go. Come down that way. There. Okay. You guys got your own storylines. I love it. A tad of white. That's because you see the white doesn't mean it's going to stay white. That's not going to happen. It will be blended out of there. Just like that. Come up here and give a little. Obviously, it's going to shine more toward the crest. Like that. Okay. Now, you guys are seeing me do this in real time right now. Remember, go with the flow. Keep it up top. You'll get some brighter patches. You get some lighter patches. All up to you. How you want this done. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Like that. Okay. Oops. Crap. Oh, another one. Okay. Okay, let's go. I guess I use this one. This is a brush you don't see me use too much. It's a 1-inch flat. And basically what I want to do is just kind of smooth all of this. Very light touch. Okay. The more you do this, the more it's going to blend. It's going to blend into your water. And so we're just building the water up here. Okay, that's all. Basically just the tops. All right. Now, anything that's lit is obviously going to bring stuff out more. Okay. And basically I'm doing X strokes so I can kind of mellow out all of this down here. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm just going to soften that bottom edge, blend it into the dark there. Little X strokes like that, and you come on back down like that. Okay. Like that. So we'll let this kind of sit and simmer and contemplate the meaning of water life. All right. They're looking higher because of the white is put on them. Remember, the ships give a sense of scale. Okay. We're going to use a smaller brush, our little baby brush. Little cute fellow right here, right there, right? Oh, I'll put it down here, you guys see it. Well, let's work with all this back there a little bit. A little bit of white, I guess. Just a little bit. It should still be somewhat wet back there. Somewhat. And so basically I'm just going to take this and if it's still, I'm looking, it's reflective, so it should still be wet. And I'll just kind of give little, yep, it's still wet. Now as I go outward, they get smaller. Okay. And I don't really have to go as crazy as and as super detailed as in the front. It's not necessary. Anything that's really bright would be noted as caps. So I can give a little push of the caps in here, right by that ship in there. Just like that. I'm gonna get another bit of white, and it's just a slight little push. I don't have to be super detailed up here. It's just a push on the corner of the brush, and you got instant wave caps way back there. Okay, I can get some going right in here like that, and you just kind of brush them around like that. And we're gonna do a lot of this. I'll blend that in a little better. I'll use a finger. I'm not ashamed. I will use my finger in a hot minute. Don't judge me. Can you use a heat gun to dry between the layers? You can. It all depends on what subject, how you want to paint. It's really up to you. But yes, you can use a hair dryer. Will it work with this glycerin? Yes, because glycerin is water-based. It does dry by evaporation. But yes, you can use it. Just go in between here. Just give it a little push and just guide it. This way, guide it to the right, guide it to the left. Okay. Show a little bit of a gap of blue in there. Okay, very simple way to kind of get these worked out there. Up to you. I'll use my finger, I'll smooth it out a little bit, bring those outward like that. I don't necessarily have to use a brush this small. I can use a fan brush also. Okay. Really doesn't matter. I'll kind of pop up a nice little crest up there and bring that out like this. The more you blend it, the more it goes into the color of, I like that one. I'll go this way with it. Let's use my finger. I'll just kind of travel that around. I like this, so let's continue that this way. And as I continue it that way, I just press and go with the flow. Go flow it that way then. And I see a little wave going out in that direction. Let's see if I can kind of go downward angle. Push, have it travel that way. Get some more white paint and kind of play with it that way. Come up here, add a little splashy up there. Come on this way. Drag that along there. Bring that out that way. Little curve in between there, all up in here. Little curves in there. You got stuff happening, you're not even trying that hard. Actually, I'm gonna do something with that. See what I'm doing here with this? See the crust here I'm creating right here, all this white in there. I'll just kind of get rid of the back edge there, like that. But see the white here? Not necessarily this, but these guys right in here, right in here, and right in here. Watch this. Watch this. Let's see if I got enough dark blue. I'm gonna have to get some more blue. I think we can work with this. I don't have any more brown. I think the brown's all dried up. We'll deal with the dark blue. I think I'm able to get away with the dark blue. Okay, pure dark blue. Watch. Look at this. You make those waves deeper by adding the dark blue in there. I might need some more color. And you bleed it into the oncoming water this way. I'm gonna need more blue. Like I say, it's 90 degrees in here, so this stuff is drying up pretty fast, which is fine. Yeah, it's a little touch of dark blue. I might need a touch of brown also. I need some more umber. This is burnt umber. We'll put it right next to it. Okay. So the illusion of, let's get some more brown right here, get some more blue, put it right in there together. That should make it happen. Right in here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Right up in there, right? And you take it and you bring it into the area in there. Dark needs light and vice versa. Just like that. We come here, right below, all up in here. Get it pretty dark right up in there too. And get a little bit in there. There we go. Right there, that guy right there, don't forget him. Back there. I need a little more blue. Right in there. Your eye does the rest. Yeah, so it's like that. Now you got a totally different look there. And always keep going with the flow. Go with the flow, go with the flow. You gotta go with the flow. Basically, more than a slang term, you actually gotta go with the pattern of the water. Okay? So that's actually what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Go with the flow, go with the curve. You find the curve, stick with it. Okay. Okay. I can tease just a wee bit. I'm gonna tease a little bit of yellow. Now yellow is extremely transparent. I'm using just yellow, no white, no whatever. And I'll just kind of put a pot right in here real quick. And it's gonna just blend into a little bit of this white up in there. All right, don't worry, don't panic. Put a little bit of it in there. I'll put some streaks of yellow in there. Now I can always work this, so have no panic, have no fear, don't panic. Panic not, you're okay. It's okay. You'll see, it'll be all right. Pop a little bit of that in there. You'll see, you'll see. Just gonna build that up a little bit. Go only so far. Okay. A little bit of white. Just need some of that glow. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be everywhere. But you're gonna need this glow. Okay. Yep, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. See? Hard edges. Don't worry about the hard edges. You blend the hard edges right out. But you're gonna need that glow. Every bit of paint you put on here is a layer. Okay. Alrighty then. And here we go. Let's take a little bit of, actually we're gonna take a little bit of blue. Actually, let's use this blue. This blue brown stuff. We'll just use this. We're gonna start blocking off. I know this is gonna be crazy for you, but we're gonna start scumbling some dark right all in here. We need more dark, believe it or not. It's gotta be pretty dark. Like I say, if it doesn't turn out right, rock. But it's gonna be fine. It will be fine. Rock. Yeah. My sense of humor sometimes leaves less to be desired. Change the channel. Right up in there. Okay. Okay. The tiniest bit of white. Very tiny. We'll put that right here. We might have to come back to it. We'll put it right there on the side. Of course, you guys don't see that. Okay. And we'll just kind of scumble some nice, interesting patterns up in there. Get a little bit of white. Scumble some patterns up in there. Come down in here. Get some more. But you're blending it right into that dark area. Just like that. Okay. I ran out of white. I'll put it where you guys can see it. You guys just know you don't see it there. Because I'm a big idiot. There you go. There. Alright. Okay, so there's a little bit on the brush there. And we're going to concentrate a lot of that. Just scumble some of that in there like that. Get some tones going there. Bring some of that up and around here. Bring some of that down here a little bit. Okay. Little touch. Put it up in here like this. There's a method for my madness of why I'm doing this. I'm so instinctively going to the palette. I just put it on the side there. Right up in here. Blend it. Come a little higher. And have it roll off the page. Like that. Yeah. Hope you guys are seeing this and checking this out. Seeing what I'm doing here. Come out here. Come out here. If you don't add the sound effects, it doesn't work. Come right up in here like this. Come out here like that. Come out here. Is this making a little sense to anybody? I hope so. Cleaning off the brush here. Oh, there's large rocks in the middle of the ocean. You ever heard of Lake Gibraltar? Or the Brock Gibraltar? Back in the day, they made the insurance company bought the image, made a big old commercial out of it at one time. And we're coming out here, Had some more of that foamy stuff right up in here. Just kind of scumble it in there, like that. Come back out here, get some more of that love up in here, just like that. Just get, I didn't put no white up there, so I'm just used to going to the palette down there. I'm looking to where I might need to add a little more love right up in here. We're not done yet with the foam pattern. I'm just starting it, really. We'll get some down here curving, and we're kind of curving away. All right, something like that. All right, we got our trusty little makeup brushy thing here. Okay, and I will lightly kind of smooth out some of this, keeping the values, but just smooth it out a little. Come out here with it, get a nice little misty look. Remember, everything's in layers. Okay, so it's almost like you're designing smoke, fog or something. Okay. I'm just kind of getting it all set up. That's it, Prudential. Very good. Yes, Prudential. I think they had them praying hands. Praying they don't hit that damn rock. All right, let's get a 1/2-inch brush. Okay, so we've established the basis of some of these wave foam, the foam here. Okay, around in here. All right. Now here, things start to get a little more ominous. So we're gonna go back into, we got a 1/2-inch flat. We'll go into our blue, our brown, the tiniest touch of glycerin. It just keeps the paint to move around a little bit. Now, anytime you use glycerin, it makes your paint transparent. It doesn't change the color. It doesn't make it deeper. It doesn't make it lighter. It just makes it transparent, and you can manipulate it. That's basically it. Okay, coming here. Time to get stuff a little deeper in color up around in this area, certain spots. I don't necessarily need the glycerin. Okay, I just need more paint, really, than glycerin. Because one, I want the layer to dry, so I don't have to really deal with it. So. Here we go. Like that. Really deep here. I need that deep color right down at the bottom. And as I do that, then I'll kind of, actually I should use a softer brush, but I'll coax all of that upward up in here. So I know what to do with that. I'm not gonna piddle with it. I know what to do. Up in here, the darker you have some of that, the more the light shoots forward. Okay. Okay. Now, sometimes physically your brush is just not large enough if the bristles are too stiff. So don't try to flog a dead horse. Just get a larger brush. And in my case, it's really a softer brush, larger and softer brush. And so, once again, the little girly brush. Now, The reason why I can do more with the little girly brush is that the bristles bend. So it moves the paint, but it bends and goes with the flow of your strokes, which is why you can kind of get away with using such a soft brush. Okay. There we go. Ya ta 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 ta. All right. Them ships are in a bad way. They should have left yesterday or tomorrow, because I don't think they're gonna make it. Okay, let's go back to our small brush. No, I'm sorry. Let's go to one of these guys. We'll do it this way. We'll use one of these fellas. Okay, let's go into our titanium white. And no real big process on this part. You're just gonna highlight these fellas. Okay. Okay. And well, let's get to getting. We're gonna just, I'll use the corner of the brush and we'll just kind of tap some of them highlights in there. Just like that. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna do the same thing. Interesting groupings. You gotta have interesting little groupings. This is the foam, this is the stuff on the top. Don't drag your brush. These are a lot of taps. Make them unequal, make them uneven, move around. Think of mini circles, little circular stuff going on there. Come up around in here. Now this is just pure paint right now. Okay. Now what I can do, this is really your preference. Okay, that we can tone some of that down. Look, go in between a couple of them, mist in a couple, very soft. You can build up on this like nobody's business. Up to you. I can take some of this and foam it out. Come in here, soften a few. Okay. That's just the start. We're gonna go back in, we're gonna add more. Okay. We'll come up in here like this. Come up here at the top. That. Come up all in here where you know the foam is really kicking through there. I'm just pressing and turning my brush in different directions, really. Okay. And same thing. Start taking your soft brush, tone some of that down. Get some softer areas in there. See? When you tone stuff down in the middle, have some stuff kind of hanging around and on the outside, it's okay. You see? And you can take this as far as you feel. Okay. Up to you. But a lot of action is happening up front. So up front, when you got this stuff going on, it tends to be a little brighter than everything else. Okay. And remember, you got the crest of the wave up top, so all that foam, all that craziness is going on up here. Like that. You can take some of this, watch, bring it down. But when you do stuff like that with such bright white, tends a tendency to bring that wave up in the front, if that's where you want to go with it. Okay, just like that. See, they bring that fella right up front. Then you make it up front, then you put it there. See that? You put it up front. Like that, and go down with it. All up to you and how you want to present this. But see how you can just keep building and building and building. Okay. I'm just tapping in some of these little spatters that might be a little bit too spiky, so I can tone them down a little bit. Or, well, I'll use a bigger brush for that. I won't use this one. clean off the brush. Get some more high points going here, a little bit more. We're almost at the end of this. Right up on the top here. Up on the top. And we come out here. Right up in here. Come on down here a little bit. Then take your brush, soft, very softly blend. I'm just blending. Right now it's just high tones, mid tones. Wipe off my brush. See, I'm not getting rid of all of the intensity. We'll just, here we go, like that. Just like that. Leave it be. Come out here, add a couple, and leave them be. Just like that. Just leave them alone. Oh, can't do that either. Yeah, it is. That should be public domain about now. You guys got quiet on me again. We're at the 98% stage of this. I really didn't want this. I want the longer one. There it is. I want this guy. Talk to me, people. I might have lost a few. It's pretty late. Yeah, they should have just went to Waikiki. They shouldn't have been here. Okay, understand. I was just wondering where everybody may went to. Okay, I think I can get away with this somewhat. Let's get a little bit of yellow. Get a little touch of white. Just like that. I should be able to get away with this a little bit. Well, we're about to find out right now. We should be able to get away with it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yep, I think I'll be able to. Oh, yep, I'll be able to get it. I'll use that. It's okay. I'll use that. Didn't expect that to be too much. Put it right in there. Wipe a little bit of that off. Just a little bit of glow on that ship there. Just kind of obscure it a little bit back there. Just a little bit. Just gotta be careful with that blue. Put them back there a little bit. See, it's just a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, a little bit of a little scumbling motion there. So some of these guys get set back in there a little bit. Just a little bit. That's no problem, Johnny. I'm just about done. And as it looks right now, I don't think I need to put a rock in it. So I will. Yeah, we're just about done. I'll peel the tape off. But like I say, I knew some people may drop off. I didn't really rush this. And people are gonna see this anytime once I upload it. There we go. This will be, I don't know if I'll post it tonight. I might post it. Yeah, I'll probably end up posting it tonight. Or I'll post it, this pan back. Actually, let's get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. I usually would plop a frame on this. I'll probably still do the same. It should be close enough for me to put a frame on it. Yeah. Alrighty. I forgot I have no nails now. I cut them. Just pull up and away. Pull up and away. Glycerin on tape. It does not dry. It's on there still. Just like I freshly just did it. So tape is not porous. Where paper is. I tape my borders. I just like the clean, professional type look. It's definitely your preference whether you want to tape your borders or not. Up to you. Canvas paper or whatever. I like it for me. All right, let's throw a frame on it. Let's see what it looks like. You got some frame today too. Okay. All right, travel. Well, the long hauls is really getting short here. This is usually the final step. Here's a black frame. I think the black frame may take it. I special ordered this frame. It is 11 by 15 frame, inch frame. Okay. Just a basic black frame. All right. Yep. Then the brown frame. Now the brown frame's 11 by 14. So, but that's what it would look like with the brown frame. But like I say, it's not the right size for it, but I think you kind of get the idea. Probably the black frame probably has it. But this, you know, whatever your preference is. Let's put the black frame back here. I just hit myself in the nose with the frame. Okay. Hey, Laura. Terror Dreamer. All right, guys. Yeah, zoom in just a tiny bit here. This guy's funny with the focus. There we go. Oh, anyway, that's it. I got a little ships in the background, or messed up clouds and the lightning and the sea of death and all of that. Thank you so very much for tuning in on this Saturday. Is this Saturday? No, this is Friday. Thank you for tuning in on this Friday evening. In 30 minutes, it'll be Saturday. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, Travel Dreamer. I shall see you guys when I see you. Obviously, I'm going to change the thumbnail to this a little later on. I'll post this more than likely tonight, because I don't sleep till, you know, the cows come home. So I'll take care of, I'll do that tonight. After I walk the beast, it's time to take him for a walk. You guys take care, be safe. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.